Good evening, beloveds. It is actually 9:30 at night. And the reason that I'm doing it at 9:30 at night instead of 9 o'clock in the morning is because I had an eye doctor appointment this morning. The vision in my left eye is so bad, it's not even funny. And it turns out I have a cataract, just one. But there's also apparently a hole in my right eye. And I'm just like, so I have a freckle and a cataract and a hole. Um, which they're sending me to a retinal specialist to see if they apparently there's some laser treatment that they can use to strengthen the area around the hole. Because if the hole could, if it gets worse, could cause a retina detachment. That would be bad because this is my good eye. And then but the cool thing is that if they can strengthen that, so that's not a big deal. Or it may just need to be watched. He's like, I don't know, let's send you to a specialist. Okay, fine. And then after I go to that specialist and they decide about that eye, then he's going to send me to the guy that will do to somebody who will take care of the cataract. And this is much weak eye. And what they do with cataract surgery is they take the cataract out, the damaged lens, and they put in a permanent contact, which means this won't be Coke bottom anymore. I might actually have decent vision, and not really thick, heavy glasses. So, I mean, I'll still have to wear glasses because, I'm almost 50. But I was like, so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm up. That's what I'm up to. And I'd forgotten about it. So I forgot to warn you guys that, you're going to get this tonight. So, but I'm not gonna not do it, so here I am. I mean, as opposed to David, who's all over the place, at least I'm usually consistent. And I usually remember to warn you when I'm not. So, all right, it is March 28th. The title is I Imbibe New Ideas from the Creativity of God. And the quote is, the child can do nothing of themselves, but what they seeth the Spirit do, for what things soever they doeth, these things also the child likewise doeth the child likewise. And that is John 5:19. Foster's over here flirting with me. Okay. So Emerson tells us that the ancient days is in the latest. Wait, okay. Emerson tells us that the ancient of days is in the latest invention. In other words, since God is all there is, the only presence, the only power, and the only mind or intelligence, when we conceive a new idea, we are thinking directly from the creativity of God. It is not our isolated, limited human personality that projects this new idea. We are merely the instrument through which this projection takes place. But we are in partnership with the projector. God really is the latest invention, in the newest song, in the latest novel, in the last picture that was painted, and in the feeling which we have of new and greater and better things to come. For God is all there is. There is nothing else besides God. God is both the inventor of the game and those who play in it, the author and actor, the singer and song. Today, I imbibe new ideas from the creativity of God. My whole consciousness is alive and awake and aware. It is impregnated with divine ideas and shall bear fruit after the image of the impression conceived within it. The impression conceived within it, and the divine imprint made upon it. Today, then, I expect new ways of doing things. I expect to meet new people, form new friendships. I expect everything in my experience to enlarge and deepen and broaden. I expect more good than I have ever experienced before, and today I expect to give out more, to increase my love for others. Today, I expect from myself a more gentle approach to life, a more kindly feeling, a more beneficent impulse. New thoughts, new ideas, new people, new situations, new ways of doing things, and a new influx of the divine shall make this day perfect, glad, and an expression of limitless bounty from the storehouse of the infinite good. Okay. Ugh. I mean, he's pretty clear in that. I mean, they're clear. Ernest and Raymond are clear. All there is God. And so God isn't just in the ancient days. God just isn't 2,000 years ago in the stories that Jesus told. God is right here, right now, in everything that is happening. And so when we think we're out of ideas, we're wrong. It's our limited human perception that tells us that there's no new ideas. Because there's always a new idea. The question becomes, are we awake and aware and open to it? So when we're looking for that new idea, where do we go? We go within. We go to the source. We go to the eternal source. We go to the unlimited source. We go to the source of our being. And I think that's why he listed that the author and the actor, the singer and the song. You know, God is both the painter and the canvas, which he didn't say, but I think is really cool. And, you know, we get to be that too. We get to be the author and the actor. We get to be the singer and the song. We get to be the painter and the canvas, because we get to engage with that amazing, infinite creativity. And so we have the opportunity to go within and listen for that new idea, and understand that what we're doing is we're bringing forth God. I like to say, don't tell me about your God, show me your God. And how do you do that? Show me what you think beauty is. And some people do it with words. So in that case, yes, tell me about your God. But don't preach at me. Tell me the beauty. Tell me the beauty, or show me the beauty. I know at the beginning of COVID, what was really hard was it was kind of hopeless, and it was kind of dark. And so I was like, well, fine. You know what? I'm going to make it my mission to find something beautiful every day, take a picture of it and share it. So that was my mission. And I did it most days. Some days I had a lot. Some days, I really had to look for it. But because I was looking for it, I always, always, always found it. I always found it. And that's the way it is with God, and that's the way it is with ideas. When we look for God, we will find God, because God will come to us. But God awaits us looking. It's like God's all around us all the time. But as soon as we start to look, then God will come to us. Same with the ideas. If you need a new idea, take 2 steps towards God, and God will run to you with a new idea. All right. So, I imbibe new ideas from the creativity of God. I'm going to leave John 5:19. Because you know me and my gender neutrally. The child can do nothing of themselves, but what they seeth the Spirit do, what they seeth God do. For what things soever they doeth, I hate the F. These also doeth the child likewise. If you are open, this is what John is saying. This is what Jesus is saying in John. It's not us that does it. It is God doing it through us. And anything God can do, if we are willing, God can do through us. You don't have to be special, because you already are. You're a beloved child of God. All right, so Emerson. Emerson tells us that the Ancient of Days is in the latest invention. And is it Meister Eckhart who says, of what use is it to me for the only begotten Son of God to be born 2,000 years ago if he's not born again in me every day, right? So the Christ is born in us every day. Ancient and now, always. Mostly because God's not bound by time and space. And neither are we, except this material form is bound by time and space. So while we are occupying this vehicle, we are temporarily bound by time and space. After that, who knows? Who knows? One day we'll find out. So, in other words, since God is all there is, the only presence, the only power, and the only mind or intelligence, when we conceive a new idea, we are thinking directly from the creativity of God. It is not our isolated, limited human personality that projects this new idea. We are merely the instrument through which this projection takes place. We are not the container, we are the channel. But we are in partnership with the projector. That's what I'm saying. We are not the container, we are the channel. We are in partnership with the projector. God really is in the latest invention, in the newest song, in the latest novel, in the last picture that was painted, and in that feeling which we have of newer and greater and better things to come. Because that's where they come from. They come from God. They come through us. And that is the cool thing about being us, is we get to have these ideas come through us. For God is all there is. There is nothing else besides. God is both the inventor of the game and those who play it. The author and actor, the singer and song. All right, so we are on to our power statements, our affirmations, treatment. Feel free, if any of these words resonate with you, use them. So today, I imbibe new ideas from the creativity of God. My whole consciousness is alive and awake and aware. Because if we want new ideas, that is what we have to be. We have to be alive, we have to be awake, we have to be aware. It is impregnated with divine ideas and shall bear fruit after the image of the impression conceived within it and the divine imprint made upon it. Okay, that one's a little bit of a mouthful. I'll let you take that one. Today, then, I expect new ways of doing things. I expect to meet new people, form new friendships. I expect everything in my experience to enlarge, to deepen, and broaden. I expect more good than I have ever experienced before, and today I expect to give out more, to increase my love for others. Today I expect from myself a more gentle approach to life, a more kindly feeling, a more beneficent impulse, new thoughts, new ideas, new people, new situations, new ways of doing things, and a new influx of the divine shall make this day perfect, glad, and an expression of the limitless bounty from the storehouse of the infinite good. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, these words are amazing. Oof. All right. So I will say that the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to expect from ourselves a more gentle approach to life. Because sometimes we come at it too hard, and we don't have to. We don't have to. We can use a softer hand. We can use a softer voice. Sometimes we need to be loud. Sometimes we need to be, all up in the face. But we don't always have to. And sometimes it's good to have a gentle approach to life. So I would say that that's the mission for today. I know today's almost over, but in case you're watching this some other time. You can use it for the mission for tomorrow, even though I'm going to give you another one tomorrow, because I'll be on time tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning ish. Um, I would also remind you, and I know it's 9:30 at night, so maybe this will be, go relax, to do something loving for yourself, to do something kind for yourself, to do something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like. It could be a gentler approach to life. Sometimes we need to hold ourselves a little more gently. Take 3 deep breaths, go for a walk, take a nap, go to bed early. Set your alarm back 15 minutes. Let yourself have that extra 15 minutes. I'm sure that there's something in the morning that we can skip to give ourselves that extra time. I see a loving, kind, and compassionate thing I need to do for these monkeys. I need to clean their water dish. So, yeah. All right. It is a spiritual practice. It is about encouraging the creation of a habit, about encouraging a default setting of first response. It's about being kind with yourself, being gentle with yourself. You deserve your own love, your own kindness, your own compassion. You absolutely do. You're a beloved child of God and you deserve that. So, I usually tell you to do something to engage your mind and your body, to go get some early morning sun, which I did. I did actually get out and get that walk this morning. It was shorter, but I got it. To drink plenty of water and to open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. If God is all there is, then heaven is all around us. And Emma gives us one of the best advice about finding it, to look for the good and praise it. Like I did at the beginning of COVID. When I started looking for the beautiful, I always found it. Always. Sometimes I found a lot. Sometimes I found just the one, but I found it. All right. I also would like to tell you to have, in this case, I'm going to tell you to have a great night. An amazing night, a wondrous night, an enchanting night, a magical night, a good night, a restful night. A take care of yourself night. All right, beloveds. Have a good night. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a night. Because you're a beloved child of God and you deserve it. All right? You are enough just as you are. Okay. You know all the things. You know that we're on social media. You know that I'm on social media. You know that we are I'm just losing my mind slowly. You know that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. You know that I am the running Rev Ryan on all of the social medias. You can email info@creativelife.org to get our constant contact. That way you can find out what we're up to, and it'll include hot links to get into anything. Our book studies are fantastic, and you can join our book studies anytime. They don't close like the classes do. So take care of yourselves. Have a good evening. And I will tell you, part of the other reason why this is so late at night is because when I got off work, we went to see The Lost City of D with Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock. It was amazing. Now, I will tell you, I have terrible taste in movies, and this was a terrible movie, but it was fantastic in its amazingness. So if you need a good laugh, go see it. It's good. And make sure you stay for the credits, because there's a mid-credit scene that's kind of funny. So if you need a good laugh, I suggest the movie. All right, beloveds, I will be back with you at 9 a.m. tomorrow for March 29th. Have a good evening. Get some rest. Know that you are loved. And I'll see you next time.